Hi guys, welcome to Fitbits, the channel where we look at all different areas of fitness and wellness, covering CrossFit, general exercise and nutrition. My name's Coach Andrew, the Welshman, filming live from No Remorse CrossFit in upstate New York, Watertown. And please check us out, it's a great facility, great place to meet people and have a lot of fun to get your goals. Today we're going to look at or extend yesterday's conversation about the foundations of nutrition, and we're going to look more upon how to build your plate, how to look more upon your meal plans. Just to recap yesterday, so we looked at fats, proteins and carbohydrates. Fats are very good for us, including saturated fat, but I think the one thing that we wanted to really identify is when it comes to nutrition and exercise, really, the quality of that is the most important thing. Hence you have a nutrition coach, you have a fitness coach, exactly the same thing. The quality and the makeup of that is what makes the difference. Anyone can look online, you can watch YouTube like we're doing now, but at the same time it needs to be good, solid science that backs it up. So please don't take my word for it. I'm here to give you some tips. I want you to go out there and to actually see for yourselves as well, to back up what I say. Fats, very good for us, and we have to all look at the quality at all times. Proteins, fantastic for us. Proteins help us maintain and muscle. Muscle is basically our fat burning engine that keeps body fat to a minimum. The more muscle we have, the likelihood is less body fat we're going to have as well, depending on our exercise and our daily habits. Carbohydrates are great for us, a good clean energy source. But the problem with carbohydrates is too much, because of its generally carbohydrates are, I'd say the majority are high glycemic or very simple carbohydrates. It comes down to sugars. Sugars are very easily stored as body fat, so we do not want to have too much carbohydrate in our daily meals. Okay, you can have a little bit for energy, but you're going to get a lot more energy from other sources, not just carbohydrate. We briefly discussed the carbohydrate and the basic sugars that spike insulin is basically a very highly addictive. The sugars are very highly addictive, and it makes it even harder for us to achieve our goals because we want those sugary foods and drinks. So I'm going to introduce this food pyramid, and it's kind of a variation of the paleo, but I've put in there at the bottom water. Looking at water is essential for us to live, and we don't drink anywhere near enough, I believe, as a people, to what we should. I mean, health benefits, it keeps our vital organs functioning well. It helps cleanse the body, it helps with digestion, it helps fight against headaches. I think it's 85% approximately of all headaches come from dehydration. So that's why we should always be carrying a bottle with us, hence mine here. Always carrying a bottle with us to keep sipping it throughout our day, to ensure that we function correctly, we're focused. It helps with sleep as well. Water is so underestimated, and it's the only thing that's really going to quench your thirst. People may want other things, but I think that's more of the addiction of the sugars that's in those other drinks. So water is the best thing for us. It's there for free in nature, although we may have to pay for it sometimes if it's bottled. But take advantage of that and drink it wherever you are, whatever time of day it is. Keep sipping. If you're already thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Take that away for today. Next on the list, veggies. Okay, on your plate, when you're creating your plate, it should be dominated by veggies. Hence, it's one of the largest sections on the pyramid. Building from the base up, veggies is very important. Full of nutrients, it's full of antioxidants to help fight free radicals and disease, and helps again with function in the blood, around every single organ in the body. So those nutrients are going to help you feel better. You need to eat lots of vegetables. Just as a rule of thumb, if you have a plate, the bigger the mix of colors in there, the likelihood is the better the nutrient density, the better the higher chance you have of getting all those different nutrients in your body at one time. So things like bell peppers, your reds, your yellows, your greens, your orange, wherever they are, chop them up, get them in there. Broccoli, spinach, fantastic. There's some protein elements in there as well. Again, great for the body. Romaine lettuce, onion. There's all these different things, and these are only a few. Please, there's many more out there. I'm not going to list them all today, but those are just some ideas where you can just make a tossed salad, and for dressing, maybe some olive oil and some balsamic, and just splash it on, toss it up, and you're done. It takes 2 minutes, so it's very efficient as well. Moving on, meats and fish. Okay, so going back to quality, these should always be organic, grass-fed, and pasture-raised, always. That's just, again, that foundation level that we spoke about, of how far our food's fallen off. Go to farmers, ask them. Or if you go to a supermarket, don't be satisfied with getting the cheapest meats you can find, because the chances are that those are not the best meats, not the best raised. They may have been kept in a barn, never seen sunlight. They may never been eaten real grass before. They've been fed a meal. And you are what you eat, as they say. So you want to eat the best, and to ensure that the livestock have had the best lives as well. They've been in the sun, they've seen vitamin D, they're absorbing that. You absorb what they eat as well. So grass, vitamin D, you're getting a far better product than what you would do if you went for the cheap version. Again, I believe that people value their lives, and if they want the best for themselves, then knowledge is power. Go out there, get a better product. It may cost you a buck or two more, but it's worth it in the long run for your health as well. Okay, moving on. We have some fruits in there. So this is where we're getting some of our other energy sources. So okay, fruits break down to simple sugars again. We don't need too many of them, hence it's a little bit further up on the pyramid. The fruits obviously have a lot of vitamins and minerals in there as well, so they're a very good source of nutrition for us. A good energy source as well. But again, you're starting to cut it down, or not too many of them. A couple of days fine, depending on which fruit you want to eat. I would definitely look into, if you're really into what sort of sugar contents you're intaking, I would definitely look onto the glycemic index to see which fruits are on which side, high glycemic or the low. Just to point that out to you, okay, guys? Moving on to nuts and oils. Okay, nuts and oils, fantastic. Nuts are a great protein source again for us. Great snacks in between our meals. Has a great fat content as well. Good fats as well. Good energy source, and it keeps us going well. Don't eat too many of them. That's why it's a little bit higher up on the pyramid. Getting to the top now. Good fats, things like avocados, coconut. Coconut has many great properties, such as fighting dementia, for example. We'll go too in depth with this, but dementia is basically a starvation of the mind and the brain, where all your nutrients that you eat in your food is not getting through the blockage. Whereas in coconut, researchers out there now saying that ketone proteins as found in coconut can pass through these blockage, the walls, so to speak, and fuel the mind again. So people with memory loss and struggling to the clock test, which is in what they use for dementia, people who end up doing scribbles can actually regain a lot of their memory because they're feeding the mind again. So keep that in mind if that's a good point for you. And looking on carbs. This doesn't have to be in here, but I put it in there to be realistic. And because I said yesterday, we can have potato. It's a good energy source. Carbs are a good energy source, especially when you're burning like crazy. If you're a very active person and you're struggling to get the calories in, why not have a few potatoes in? As I said, sweet potato is a great variation of the regular potato. If it's orange as well, and as I said yesterday, orange has generally a lot of cancer-fighting properties in it. They're very healthy for you, but let's keep them to a minimum. As you can see here, it's a little pinch on the top of the pyramid, so they should not by any means dominate your plate. that's it for the makeup of your plate. I hope you've taken away some good points there, and please hit us up at noremorse.crossfit.com or on our Facebook page. If you want to come see us sometime, we're at 1291 Faxney Drive, which is behind the Chamber of Commerce here at Watertown, New York. And I look forward to seeing you. From Coach Andrew, the Welshman, see you next time.